To start, press any key. Where's the any key? I see ESC, Catarl, and Pigup. There doesn't seem to be any key. Whew. All this computer hacking is making me thirsty. I think I'll order a tab. Oh, no time for that now. The computer's starting.
This is News Talk 1430 WXNT, and you're on the edge of the web with Aaron Sparks.
You're back with Edge of the Web Radio from Site Strategics. We're talking about mobile search. We're talking about mobile web development. It's incredibly important to make sure that you understand that a website is not the same on all different platforms. There's so many different devices that touch the net, and there's so many ingrained devices. There's so many logged in devices to different accounts across the net that you have to be very knowledgeable. I should say that you need to know that you have to be able to battle all fronts. You have to be able to convey a message based on those platforms, based on those screens, and like we talked about earlier in the segments, you have to have a mobile version of your website there. We actually help at Site Strategics develop those mobile solutions and can craft a great design utilizing all your logos and branding and make a much more palatable mobile user experience. And you need to contact us and give us a shout and see how we can help you do that. You can reach us throughout the week at 877-SEO for web. Or for those that don't want to translate that number, which I'm not one, I am one, 877-736-4932. You can also reach us at our Indianapolis local number at 317-882-8500 and find us online at Indiana Search Engine Marketing, Search Engine Optimization, Indiana Social Media Management. We're at the top of the list on all these Google searches. So that's sitestrategics.com. John, tell us a little bit about all the services that we actually offer.
We do a plethora of services. Strategic services that are offered. We do social media management. We do SEO consulting. Yep. We do on-site SEO, link building, search engine marketing, and website development, such as e-commerce websites that we do as well. Everything ranges, and we offer a free consulting. So we'd love to have you come in and talk to you and look at all the things that you have, and just offer up a strategy to get the thing going. And
one of the things is we like to, whether or not you do business with us, we do like to, obviously, just via this radio show, you can see we like to educate. And we like to give you the tools to make better decisions and be more savvy to this entire environment, right? It's a battlefield, and we want to arm you with these tools. And come down, talk to us. Whether or not you decide to use us, you'll still be given a snapshot of your health of your website. We can talk about a number of different things. And on top of that, like John says, budget's not a hindrance on working with us. We work with all different types of budgets, all different types of scenarios. We'll look at what the 80-20 principle is. What's that one factor or a couple of factors that can actually benefit you the most?
Right.
And that's why we named the company Site Strategics. We're actually putting a strategy together for you. All right. We've got an article here from Search Engine Land that we wanted to talk about. This really tied into our mobile discussion here earlier, and has to do with differences between Google mobile and desktop searches, okay, as it applies to the mobile sphere. John, give us some ideas on what are the major differences from a Google mobile environment.
So obviously there's 16 points here. I'm just going to kind of briefly go over some of them. The local results are more likely in mobile. So we talk.
I'm not going to try to interject that much, but we just talked about the fact that there was a test done that is showing 69% of searches are affected by that local injection.
Right.
Is that in the same realm, or do you think that's actually higher inside of mobile?
It's hard to say. Mobile's. It's hard to say.
I think we're probably seeing the same thing. I think probably desktop searches have started to jump in and even shored up more local injection. But you're absolutely right that mobile searches are primarily going to be showing up a heck of a lot more local companies. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, to that factor is your physical address is going to play a large role. Google's phones, you use a voice search, and it's going to pop up with the closest queries or results on that. Autocomplete results appear before results in mobile app search. Certain queries have interactive results in mobile. So Google's latest OS, which is called Jelly Bean, they will actually, if you type in, or if you say weather, type in weather, they will give you basically a weather forecast of your geolocation.
So they're all obviously knowing where you are, what you're doing, and I mean they're revolving a lot of local information around you. Not only your search. But go ahead.
Important factor is, as an SEO agency, we hate it, but in Google Analytics, there's a little thing called not provided, to where if we can see all the searches that are getting the visitors to your page, but a lot of those searches are saying not provided because Google won't show the results when you're logged in.
You're talking about the keywords that actually brought people to that site. They're hiding those keywords because they're actually securing those users and not sharing that data.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's important to remember that every Android person, every phone, every Android phone, every Android tablet, the users are logged in at all times. So you're not going to know.
At all times. Let's restate that again.
Yep.
The users are logged in at all times. Now, you do tell me that there's not some data mining going on there from Google. I mean, we already know that local search started to tie into Gmail here just recently, right? So you're providing that information, obviously, and I mean that's unfortunately one key is that we don't see that traffic. We do see the platform or the operating system, the mobile device coming in, but you're not going to see that query that's coming in with them. But I digress. It's a bit of a thorn in our sides because I just know that next shoe to fall is going to be paying for that content, but I've been talking about that for a while.
I don't even know if they'll ever even
reveal that.
Yeah. The mobile algorithm is actually different than the search algorithm, the main search algorithm for desktops. So you're going to have a little different results in that. And that also, if you're Googling your business every so often, you're going to want to Google it on your Android phone to make sure, or a Google search on your Apple phone to make sure you know where the position is. Something to consider is CTR, which is click-through rate, or the bounce rate, is actually going to be varying on your mobile sites. It could be because you don't have a good mobile site that people are bouncing off.
Yeah, exactly.
There's definitely some great stuff here. I'm not going to go through all of them. We will have this link posted on the Edge of the Web Radio. But there's 16 differences that they found, and this is only going to continue to grow because mobile is going to continue to grow.
Right.
And they're going to try to, Google being Google, is going to try to make sure they give the best that they can give on mobile, and that's probably going to be a totally different animal.
You know, last couple of points here. Yeah, we're going to give the entire site out there because of really useful information.
Okay.
A couple of points additional. The mobile instant preview on these mobile searches, right, allows you to thumb through results very quickly. This is a user interface change, but in mobile results, it actually acts as a visual search engine result page, allowing users to bypass the traditional search results altogether. Smartphone icons actually indicate smartphone-friendly content. There's some icons on the actual search engine results that actually show that they're mobile-friendly.
And this is just a test feature now.
Exactly. But I mean, you can see where they're going. Is that they're all but mandating that you have a mobile version of this.
And with 90% of the market share,
oh my lord,
you can mandate. Absolutely.
Excellent. All right, so there's some really good points about the differences of mobile search as opposed to desktop search, and all I can do is recommend with business owners and IT professionals, look at your mobile version, make sure that this thing's working correctly, make sure that you know where you're coming up in mobile search because it is pretty important. In fact, it's getting even more important because people are in their comfort zones with their tablets and their phones, and search is moving away from that. They're shopping more. They're interacting more on these application screens, and you got to be there, or you're really just throwing money at the door. You know, if I can convey anything to you, it's that. All right. a cool tool that we want to talk about real quick, kind of jumping into the political stream here real quick. There is a great website called Politicker USA. So it's POLITICKER USA.com. Now, this is not a SEO tool by any stretch of the imagination. This is just, it's a great tool to be able to track, since we're getting into the political environment here, who's tweeting what. And you can actually go to the site and be able to see different trends of who's talking on what. It's even polling Democrats and Republicans and what they're talking about, what the Democrats are talking about, and gives you a way to filter through all this and be able to see a heck of a lot of communication going on. So you can keep track of all of your different, I forgot to say this is all about the different congressmen and congresswomen and state senators and local as well as U.S. senators in both parties. So it gives you a great tool to be able to investigate all this information and see where they are in social media. If anything, I mean, granted, they have teams of people actually disseminating information on their own Twitter profiles, but it is good to be able to see there's the news there and be able to see what other content is being provided in the social sphere. You'll actually get clued into a heck of a lot of good political dialogue out there. That's always a good thing.
Oh, yeah. And it's just funny. 4 years ago, the election was won because of the adoption of technology,
That's
and
right.
now both parties are adopting it because they know you got to. I mean,
You have to, and I mean, that was a huge campaign. It was mind blowing how intense it was because of the adoption of that. But now, 4 years later, people are a heck of a lot more savvy to this. And these campaigns are well oiled, and they want your eyes on that content. They're engaging you as a voter in social media stronger than any other push, and you need to pay attention to what they're doing, what they're talking about, and on top of that, what they're deleting. There's even a website out there to show what deletes have happened. But we'll talk about if you're interested in that, give us a call. We'll let you know what that is. You're listening to Edge of the Web Radio with WXNT from Site Strategics. We're offering search engine optimization services, social media management, website hosting, website development, e-commerce, but more importantly, conversion rate optimization, getting leads into your website so you are no longer a piece of cyber driftwood. Talk to you real soon. Check us back next week at this time. Like I said, we're doing it every week now, so give us a shout. This is Edge of the Web Radio with SiteStrategics.com.